So I just got in an updated version of the reimagined Jordan 3s, and we're going to take a look at them. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers. I'm BJ Kicks, and today we are looking at an updated version of these. These are the Air Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined, and you've seen these on the channel before. In fact, a couple of months ago at this point, I got this pair in from some homies, and it was an early pair. It was quite obvious that these were not authentic, and I was just like, they tried, but this ain't it, dog. And what's funny is I've only worn these once, and you can see, like, just because of the quality they were made with, they were kind of roomy. They they seriously creased and all that. But yeah, so I was like, all right, this might be like a grocery store shoe or something like that. Run some errands, cut the grass, do what you got to do. But there's no way anyone's looking at these and thinking they are anywhere near the real thing. But, that tends to happen on early shoes. They are not the genuine thing or whatever. And not to say that later ones are, but, there's no retail shoe to compare things to. And so the factories do what the factories do. But this is an updated pair from our homies over at Shoe Bar. And I'm just going to show you some of the differences and just how well done the shoe is. But I'm also going to tell you a few things that still make it stand apart from the retail shoe and how you can tell the difference in case somebody's trying to sell you this on the open market. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, shout out to Shoe Bar for sending these. Their information is down below. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. You've seen it before, but it's the Air Jordan 3 White Cement. So you got the nice fire red hit right here, this little traction pad, the Nike instead of the Jordan there, because it's an OG colorway. Cool. And then moving on to the midsole, you've got this aged sail midsole with the black on the back. Whoops, with the black on the back. And that is what that is. And then moving on to the upper. It's pretty much the standard upper. This is a tumbled leather up top, and then like a smooth synthetic feeling leather for the mud guard. And then of course you've got your elephant print hits. Nice thin elephant print, by the way, on the front and then on the back as well. And on the back, you've also got your aged sail sort of heel tab with that Nike Air on the back. And yeah, man, that is the shoe. Now, some differences between this and the older version. First off, left shoe is newer, right shoe is not. And you can see already there are differences in the color of the elephant print. There's differences in the boldness of the elephant print. You can see this one that's like closer to the camera now. That just wasn't going to cut it. Just was not going to cut it. You'll also notice some differences on the overall shape of the shoe. So you can just see this one is just, this wasn't going to do. I mean, we can even see like on the medial side, look at the difference on that elephant print. One, look how thin this one is. And also look how bold this one is. But even down to the quality of the leather used, like on this older version, we can see like just this super thick cut, heavy tumbled leather. And that's not what we had on the retail. And it's certainly not what we had on this later pair. Another thing that I noticed, I've only worn this shoe once. I might have worn it twice. I can't remember, but twice at the absolute most, because I don't even leave my house really like that. And you might notice right here, like on the medial side, there's a lot of like cracking on this aged sail paint. It's almost like this shoe was painted right over some other paint. Like this wasn't even the true midsole color before. and it's like there's a coat of white paint and then a coat of sail paint on top of it. But anyway, that's cracking, and that cracking happened after basically one wear. So durability on this, all in all, this was just like a lower tier, lower budget pair. Another huge difference, looking at the heel tab on this older version, you'll see that Nike Air or that elephant print came up way too high on that heel tab. So all in all, man, this pair is going back to the yard work pile, and this pair will probably get added to the rotation. Another thing is that this Nike Air tag actually is on the plastic holder. On the older pair, it was on a chain, which it shouldn't have been. So now, as far as the difference between this shoe and the retail counterpart, now, as far as the difference between this shoe and the retail counterpart, really, you might notice the shape, because as flat and as good as this toe box looks, the retails are even better. This toe box is even slimmer on the retail version of the shoe. You got more of like a triangle rather than like a rounded square, if that makes sense, to form the toe box. But yeah, that's the thing. And then the actual elephant print itself. Now, on camera, this looks a little bit lighter than it actually is, but the elephant print, you see the elephant print itself is like gray, and it's got this black sort of, the texture, the cracks or whatever are black. On the retail shoe, the texture cracks or whatever should be in like a darker gray, not a black. So that's one difference for sure that I can see from between this and the retail shoe. There probably are, like I said, some minor differences on the shape or even like the texture of the leather, but that's going to vary from shoe to shoe. But if you're looking for an easy call out, just look at the print on this elephant and the actual color on it. Other than that, man, these are super well done. So Khaleesi, thank you for sending these over to the channel to be reviewed. And that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in another review real soon. Peace.